So we've just been doing some sprinting down here, so we're a wee bit out of breath.
So we've just been doing our clan workout. In case you don't know, we've got our online membership, and every month we get a new workout. And this month it's all about sprint training. So we're a bit of a burst ball at the moment.
It's funny, we started doing the sprints, we did the whole circuit, and then we're like, right, we want some drone footage. So we sent the drone up, we're like, bugger, we're gonna have to do this whole thing again.
If we'd been clever about it, we should have done part of it with the camera and part of it with the drone.
Yeah.
So we did the whole thing with the camera, and then we had to do the whole thing with the drone again. So we're a little bit tired.
Cheryl and Monica are on, morning and hello. Oh. So this what the fuck is?
Actually, this is all about
weight training.
Weight training, and will weight training make you bulky? So this is actually probably the most common question that we get from females, especially. Guys don't tend to care so much.
Hi Kim.
Oh hi Kim. Whereas a lot of females do. Actually, we're about to start some coaching with our awesome client Nadine. Hopefully Nadine's watching. Awesome hair. And it was something that we were having a chat about the other day, about the different protocols which we'll go into now. There's different forms of weight training to ensure that you don't get bulky, and obviously the nutrition goes hand in hand with that. So we'll explain the whole thing and we'll put your minds at ease.
So again, when it comes to weight training, it depends on a couple of factors. The analogy I usually use when people ask, will it make me bulky? Now, let's just take a power lifter and a bodybuilder.
Yep.
Okay, so lifting heavy weights, you'd probably argue the power lifter potentially lifts heavier weights than the bodybuilder in most cases, but they're not as big as the bodybuilder.
Yeah, exactly. And this is due to what's actually happening within your muscles, because the power lifter, because of the way the competitions work, they want to be as strong as humanly possible, but without adding to their own body weight.
Yeah.
So then the structure of the training, the structure of the nutrition, so that they can minimise any muscle size, and obviously the weight that goes along with that, and maximise their strength.
Whereas the bodybuilder is going to eat like crazy. He's going to create, he or she's going to create tension in the muscle to really overload it, exhaust it, put volume in there, and then he's going to eat to build it back bigger.
Bodybuilder wants to get as much blood flow into the muscles as possible, because with blood flow comes more nutrients, and when they're eating all that food, and then the blood flow's going into the muscles, it's then pumping them out. Now that's obviously for the initial pump on.
Yep.
But then longer term, the muscle structure actually changes.
They're saying it's difficult to hear us. Can't hear us both, or just one of us?
Really?
This is squatting.
How strange.
Can't hear of what you're saying. Any of what you're saying, Anne.
Can anyone?
It might be because the wind's blowing that way and the microphone's in the bottom, right?
Shall we change angles?
Shall we change angles? Is that any better?
Is that any better? Can you hear us now? It's Wandy. Cheryl?
It's Wandy.
It's Wandy. Where's Wandy?
Where's Wandy?
Where is this wizard?
Is that any better at all?
Can you hear it now? Or is it still Wandy?
I can hear you now.
Yay!
Might just be the wind was going right up the hole.
Right up.
Yeah. So basically what we're saying, that the good analogy is between a powerlifter and a bodybuilder. They both train heavy weights, but one eats to grow and the other one eats just to recover.
Yeah, exactly. The one wants to be maximising the strength within the muscles. I'm going to squat down here slightly. One wants to maximise the strength within the muscle, another one wants the muscle doesn't really care how strong he is actually, he just wants a bigger muscle. So that's it. However, you don't have to worry about bodybuilders and powerlifters, because I'm going to guess that most people watching this right now, you're not going to be, if you're a powerlifter, you're on the wrong channel. We're not going to help you with powerlifting. And if you're a bodybuilder, there's plenty of other channels that are going to help you much better than what we are. We're going to be helping people who are sort of beginners to exercise, wanting to get in better shape, and losing some weight. So what you have to be thinking about is actually just the physiology of your muscle and the changes. Can you still hear me? The changes that...
The wind's blowing at the moment.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel as windy as it's been other days, it's just windy today, right?
The changes that your body, your muscles will go through when you start to weight train. So you're not just going to wake up one morning after doing a couple of sessions and go, holy shit, my muscles are huge, I'm so bulky. What's actually going to happen is your muscles are going to recruit more muscle fibers. So if you think about your muscle. Okay, think about your bicep. You've got thousands of muscle fibers within each muscle, and your subconscious, your central nervous system will switch them on and switch them off according to your environment, your training, your nutrition. So the initial stages of weight training, your central nervous system is like, yeah, we need more muscle fibers, we need more muscle fibers, and they're just making your muscles more active than they already are. The size of them will not change.
So what you want to build is quality lean muscle, okay? That's the stuff that's going to demand energy. It's going to allow you to keep a nice strong figure. 2 seconds. Nala, come. Come here. There's a man with a dog whistle and the dogs are just like, ah. Even I was like,
I actually looked like Ace Ventura for a second. Come to me, jungle friends.
Yeah. Now Cheryl's asking, with training like this, what diet do you suggest? Well, we have a very specific diet that we do as part of our Everlean program. That is a mixture of, there's definitely the high protein in there. We do have carbs, we don't believe in completely eliminating them. Yep. It's all about good fats and fibre.
It's basically making sure that the way we structure things is to ensure that your body is in a rough calorie deficit so that you are losing weight while maintaining your metabolism, maintaining your lean muscle mass. The full explanation of what we recommend is a bit too in-depth for the likes of this video, but you can certainly check that out on our clan membership. But thereabouts, basically focus on your protein level and balance out your fats and your carbs.
Balance out
your farbs.
Your fards.
Your farbs. Who's on?
It's about maybe educational. Somebody asked a question there. Do we scroll down on the YouTube? What's that one?
On the tube.
The one up, down one. Do you suggest more steady or more explosive movements?
Oh, good question.
That's a very good question.
Ruth. So, to be honest, what we recommend is progress within your training. Both are actually going to serve a purpose. For beginners, it's going to be the steady movements. You don't want explosive movements for a beginner to start with. You want to build up some good tension within the muscles, make sure that the tendons and ligaments get used to certain movements and certain tension going through them. Once you've got an element of that, then we can introduce explosive movements, which is actually what we do in our Everlean program. After week 6 though. We don't introduce the explosive movements from the start.
And as we said at the beginning, we have literally just finished filming our clan workout, which is sprints, which is an explosive movement.
Yeah.
So anyone that's a member of our clan will get that in a couple of days' time. So,
but yeah, our Everlean program, if you're on that, as of week 6, we explained at the start, after week 6, we then go into some kettlebell training, and it's not 100% explosive training, but a good element of it is explosive training, because there's a lot of, it's a different type of tension that goes through the muscles when it's explosive movements. It's maximal effort, maximal power going through the muscles, and it creates change within muscle mass that you don't see in everyday life. People say, oh, I get plenty of exercise, I walk my dog, or I do the gardening, I do the housework, I walk to work in the morning, and it's like, oh, these are all lifestyle orientated activities, but in terms of changing your body, you want to have more tension going through the muscles, and therefore create some steady movements first, get some resistance through, and then get the explosive stuff in afterwards.
Now, there's a question there, hold on. Cheryl asks, do you suggest a certain weight for women starting out? And I assume you're meaning the kettlebell. Generally, if you're completely starting out, we sometimes recommend anywhere between a 5 to 7 kilogram weight. So what's that in pounds again? Is that 10 or 12?
12 pounds. Yeah, 11, 12 pounds for the start. But on our Everlean program, because it built up for so much over the 6-week program, and it's a fairly intense program, we say the female should be starting at about an 8 kilogram, so that's about 18 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, I forget the conversion.
Yeah,
it's at least 16, 16,
yeah,
17,
yeah,
2.2.
Yeah, so it's about 17, 18 pounds.
Yeah. Again, with all these things, if whatever weight you've selected, as long as you're doing the movement safely, if you can't get all the reps in, just get as many as you can, because it's going to create tension. If you work the muscle to failure, you're going to make progression because it's intense.
Yeah, we've even had a couple of guys saying, look, I know you recommend 8 kilograms for a female, 12 for a guy. He says, but I'm quite a small guy and I've never trained before. Should I go with the 8 or even less? I mean, like, just start with it. Kettlebells are not that expensive, and you only have to buy one. It's not like you have to buy a whole rack of dumbbells. You're buying one kettlebell. So buy one, try the workouts out, and then if it's too light or too heavy, then you can buy another one.
So Cheryl says she's thinking about joining the clan too. Love to have you on board, Cheryl. So it's thekiltedcoaches.com/clan. There's all the videos on there going on all about it.
And I think you'll be our third Cheryl as well.
That's right, isn't it?
Cheryl number 3. You'll be Cheryl #3.
Cheryl 3. Oh, Anne's on. Hey, Paulina. Paulina must be on as well. Oh, Paulina is just watching.
Paulina Green. Paulina came to see us, was that 2 weeks ago?
Oh, we've still got the drawings in your car, we need to frame them.
Paulina,
We're going to frame them.
I was looking at frames yesterday actually.
Yeah.
Need to grab a couple.
Oh, what we need to next. So Holly informed me this morning that we now have over 300 followers on Pinterest.
Oh, do we?
Now for Holly's birthday way back in June, we said that once we got over 300 followers, we were going to announce a prize draw, and there was going to be 3 lucky winners for signed photos, so we're going to be looking into doing that soon.
Happy days. And if you're not over on Pinterest, then you should be.
Get over on Pinterest and please there.
Make Holly's, so we don't really kind of look at Pinterest a lot. From time to time we'll kind of nip in, nip out, but Holly kind of really kind of pushes us. She kind of shares a few things, and it would make Holly's day if you all went over to Pinterest. If you don't have an account, set up an account. It's actually a pretty nice platform.
Yeah.
Go over, set up an account, and follow the Kilted Coaches, and say hi to Holly for us.
Yeah. Now, is that Glynis? Is that how you pronounce it? Glynis from California here? Oh, Holly's on.
Oh, Paulina's over on YouTube as well.
She's double fisting.
You're a cheeky one.
Jane's saying, I don't know what they're saying, but I agree.
Miss you since the very moment I left Stephen's car. Paulina, we miss you too, and your cool kilt. It's like this kind of transformer kilt.
the full thing. Thank you guys for the tips. Been working the core, want to progress to weights. You guys help a lot. Very, very welcome.
Happy days.
Very well welcome. Happy days.
Cheryl, we'll see you in the clan soon. I can tell you're going to join right now.
Right this very second. It's going to pop up now.
#Cheryl3.
Yeah, has to be done. Has anybody got any questions, weights related or bulking related or bulky weights? It looks Baltic.
Baltic. Well, in Scotland, it's pretty cold.
Yeah.
Nipples cut glass.
I was just thinking that. Yeah. Just thinking that.
Don't mention the nipples.
Gary from Vancouver, big wave Gary Munro.
Hi from Kentucky, Ron.
Just reminds me of chicken. I'm in the mood for chicken.
So I'm trying to get Anne onto a video call. Because she's been asking a few questions on the app.
Yep.
And I'm helping her as much as I can, and I'm like, do you know what, this deserves it, because Anne's a great client as well. She's a good, loyal member of the clan, so, but she's kind of, oh, I'm not too sure, I don't want to do it. So Anne,
just get it done, Anne.
What's that video we've got? Man.
Jodie's on. Jodie came across with
Jodie.
her family. How long ago was that? Was that 2 months ago? Might not be that long ago, actually.
It's probably, it was. Yeah, maybe 6 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah. So we had a lovely day up to the Hermit. We took them up the Hermitage.
How do I grow my neck muscles? Are you talking about actual like neck muscles,
the traps,
or these ones here? Because clearly, if I correct my posture, mine disappear.
Yeah. So the trapezius is the good ones are shrugs. You can do front and so. Bar to the front, shrug, or bar to the back, shrugs. Actually, one of the ways that I build them up is a lot of pulling movements. TRX pulls gets a good pump in them as well.
The thing is with your body, you want to have good muscle activation. So once you've got a certain muscle activated, it's much easier then to work it. So for instance, my biceps are quite active. So if I do any sort of movement,
his biceps are quite active.
So if I do any sort of pulling movement, I feel like my arms straight away, whereas my traps, I don't feel that as much. Whereas I know that your traps are very, very active. So you start any pulling movement and they just pump up like these mountains on your shoulders.
Like mountains?
Yeah, your like head disappears. You're just like, holy shit,
like Ram Man. It burns. I did so many. I love that in Anchorman.
Do you remember that? What was it called? Coneheads. Remember coneheads? That's not quite you, but you'd be like a cone, like torso. You just thought like that. That's his traps.
The trap man. Oh, Elaine Christie's on. We saw
Hi,
her at lunch
Elaine.
the other week,
Yeah,
actually.
we did.
Hope you're doing well, Elaine. Was it your daughter, Elaine, that was getting married, or your friend? Or your friend's daughter, maybe? Somebody was getting married. I remember that.
Yeah, she was spying on us. We
Yeah.
didn't see her.
We were hiding in the corner.
Yeah, so
Where is the link to your coaching? If you go to our website, thekiltedcoaches.com/clan.
or you can just go to thekiltedcoaches.com in the menu, click on clan. We've got 3 options. You've got a fat loss ebook, we've got the clan, and we've got one-to-one coaching. It's really simple.
So it's Elaine's friend that's getting, or Elaine's friend's daughter that's getting married. So everybody wish good luck to Elaine's friend's daughter's wedding, which is in...
Elaine's friend's daughter's wedding.
Yeah, that's a tongue twister, right? But what the hell?
Some tea.
Some tea.
Did I miss a conversation?
Done 2 pages at once, I think.
I think we did. Some tea.
Time for tea.
Can't see the kilts though. Hang on. Ready?
Kilts are here. But then
3.
if you stand back here, you can't hear us.
Or we jump. Hang on. Wait. You go. 3, 2, 1. Hup. There you go. How's that?
We're trying to read 2
Yeah,
messages at once. We've got
yeah.
Facebook and YouTube up here. It's quite Can you be veggie and still build?
Oh, good question.
I remember there was a guy at the gym that used to be veggie, and yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's more. I will say it's more difficult, but more than possible. You just have to be very focused. Obviously, being vegetarian, the main nutrient that's going to be less, or you'll be struggling to get more of, is your protein level. Just because you have to marry up your vegetarian sources, it's slightly more difficult, but absolutely more than possible.
Pauline's asking question, does moving 35 boxes count as weight training? I think so. How many times did you move them though?
Oh, I was going to say it depends how heavy they are, but they're 20 kilograms each.
Yeah.
So 35, even if you were to move them
35
once,
reps of 20 kilos. It depends how many times you're moving them.
and which movement, is it just like a wee bicep curl and a wee walk? Or is it like lying on your back and bench pressing them?
Yeah, well, if it was you with the bicep curls, your biceps are so activated,
Yeah.
that'd be a workout for you, right?
Or you could just lift it, lift your trap and
I'll be stuck.
the box would just hover.
Yeah. Oh, our other Cheryl's on. Glad I caught you live this morning.
Hey, so that's now Cheryl Mills. Is she Cheryl 1 or 2?
We'll make her number 1.
Yes, Cheryl, you're hashtag Cheryl 1, because we're going to have a 3rd one coming in, hopefully, because she sounds nice. She sounds nice. Once from one point of the house to another, to the car,
And then back again and back to the car again. Just keep repeating that process,
Yeah.
and that'll count as a workout.
Tilly, what are you doing?
Got the dogs just rolling about here. It's the Cheryl Club. We'll just change our name to the Cheryl Coaches. How much weight to step up for cleans, deadlifts and thrusters, etc.? How much weight to step up for? How do you...
I'm not too sure what you mean by that question. Can you clarify and we'll answer it for you?
What kind of exercises would you recommend to reinforce the knee muscles? You've got the vastus medialis obliques, which are all the tendons right here. Have you seen that?
Knee porn!
Knee porn. And some of the best movements for improving that area and strengthening up is squats, for example. If you can't do a squat, if the degradation is so bad at the moment, you could start off with TheraBands tied to a chair and doing this movement. Hold on, Nala, come. Nala, come.
But yeah, to clarify a little bit, like your knee is a joint, and therefore the knee muscles, so to speak, would then cover all the quad muscles, which there's 4 of. That's why they're called the quads. The hamstring muscles at the back, which there's 3 of, so there's 7 straight away in the top part, but then you've got to think about the calf, so the gastrocnemius sacroiliac. Basically there's 2 different muscles at the back of the calf, which then also affect the knee, and then you've got the muscles at the front of the shin, which also affect the knee. So there's actually probably about maybe 12, 13 decent sized muscles that affect the knee. So it depends on what you mean by your question. Is it just trying to strengthen up the knee joint itself? In which case you want to be a mixture of strength training, like Rab said, like your squats. You'll get a lot of tension through those muscles, but then a little bit of balance work as well. So actually balancing on one leg and then doing sort of single leg squats. And there's different modes of balance that you could then add into that, whether it be holding on to bands, even just hold on to a wall or a chair, and then obviously take away everything, so there's no balance at all. Then you can make your surface more unstable by going for wobble boards, or doing it on a boat. You should do it on a boat.
On a boat?
Yeah.
You sunk my
And the
battleship.
smaller the boat, the better.
Do you guys favour a good fitness watch over the other? Let's just see.
watch.
Oh, Chris, what have I done?
What
I
have
do
you
this
done?
every time. Do you guys favour a good fitness watch? I'm upgrading from Fitbit Blaze, looking at the Versa. To be honest, we don't really use Fitbits. I know some of my clients do, and I understand. I love the whole gamification of life by counting steps. I think that's very useful.
I think it suits some people. I think it's a very personal thing. I think you need to research it. We personally don't do the fitness watches. We just got G-Shock red watches because they kind of match the kilt.
There's a button that starts it, and then a button that stops it, and then guess what? There's a button that resets it.
And you can set an alarm.
And there's a light too. Which doesn't work right now.
So yeah, but ultimately it's your own personal choice, and depends what features you're looking for. So research a good one. We don't really have any preferences.
No.
We don't use them. We're kind of old school when it comes to fitness. We believe in hard work.
Thing is, if your previous Fitbit was doing the job, it depends what you want it to do. If you want it to count steps and potentially do heart rate, then majority of the ones already do that. It depends what else you're wanting it to do. If it can accurately count steps, etc., then stick with the one you've got. If you want it to do more fancy things, then upgrade and spend more money.
What's the hairy guy's name?
We'll just leave them to guess. They can go do their research and find out.
I think somebody's already told him.
Oh, somebody said it's Harry. Hey Harry! It's not Harry. Hairy Harry. Oh Christ. I have to order new Kilted Coaches t-shirts in medium.
Yay!
Yay.
Happy days!
There's loads of names. Amy's saying the Versa doesn't really do much more than the Blaze. We're familiar with neither actually.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Hairy Harry's familiar with neither.
I'm going to
Hairy
sneeze.
Harry.
Sneeze live on air. You seen it here first.
Quincy, yeah. The hairy part is Quincy. Not Quincy. Quincy's my symbiont. Thanks for answer. Can't do many squats because I displaced meniscus some time back. Then start using things like bands and things. Hi there.
Hello.
My friend over there, you were wondering what you were doing.
We're currently talking to like a bunch of people on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh.
Do you want to talk to them?
What?
Do you want to talk to them? Do you guys want to talk to some guy? Say hi.
Hi.
You're not getting cold. You're not getting cold standing around. Elaine, sometimes we do.
That's kind of why we do a bit of training beforehand, because Tilly, because it gets the blood pumping, makes us feel better. We don't feel the cold until afterwards, and we're like, "Ooh, it's actually quite good nippy."
You're all squint now, sir.
I know.
Big dog. Hi from Texas. Frank.
What's that?
Frank from Texas.
Frank from Texas. Right, should we wrap this up?
We're gonna wrap this up. Gonna wrap this off with a song. So, so what we're on Thursday. So we've got our call on Saturday morning with our participants. So if you haven't caught up yet, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, go on to the channels and look up You've Been Coached, and you'll see the participants that are going through our Everlean program. That is all part of our clan membership for as little as $20 a month. And these 6 participants are going through the course and sharing their progress live. It's kind of getting a sort of genuine response to the ups and downs.
Yeah, I think it's nice when we can talk about it till we're blue in the face, but actually it's nice to get that participants feel, because everyone's got their own little experience. Everyone finds something more difficult or certain things easy. Yeah. So you'll hear it firsthand from people who are actually doing the program, and it's no surprise that our membership is increasing, because people are like, oh, this looks great. So go and check it out.
Because that's the thing, is people are looking at the problems going, I had that exact same problem, whatever the issue was, and then they get through it, they're like, oh, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So
right, we're losing audio because of the wind anyway, so we need to go.
Right. Oh, we just got a
donation
from Matt. We've not had one of those in a while. Matt, you're a legend, sir. We're going to stay on for 3 minutes longer because of that donation.
Right, go.
Thank you, Matt. You're a legend.
Matt, these 3 minutes are just for you. Ask us any question at all.
Actually, Matt has been working through our old videos, and he commented on the one we made, first one we did with Cherry with the Stone of Destiny.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a funny video. That was old.
That was good.
Back when we did the original black t-shirts, remember them?
It's funny because we're kind of doing a couple of different things, and we have to chop a few bits off old videos. So I was looking back at some of our old videos, and I'm like, oh man, we've made some really cool made some really cool videos. I mean, they're just like so much fun, a lot of creativity. So if you're either new to the channel or you've been on the channel for a while but not looked at our old videos, just scroll through and have a wee look, because there's some crackers in there and you'll really make you smile.
Yeah.
Matt, you have a minute and a half left.
Say something, Matt. Talk to us.
Ask us a question.
God, question. The dogs are eating the grass now. Yummy.
Yeah. It's better than what they normally eat.
Yeah. Ah, he's worked out the name now. Hey, Rab.
Hey, Rab.
Did anyone give it away?
Haggis tossers.
Haggis tossers. Haggis tossers 2, and then go and watch the business workout.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, everybody when they get off this, go and watch the business. The business workout is probably our favourite.
Yeah, you have to watch Haggis Tossers 2 first. I mean, watch Haggis Tossers if you like, which is fine, but Haggis Tossers 2 is an absolute classic from us, and then go watch the business workout.
Cheryl saying be watching some of the old videos. Yes, you have, Cheryl, actually, you've been commenting. It's great when someone comments on an old video, it brings it back for us as well. And we're like, oh, I remember that, I end up watching the video again for old time's sake.
Does alcohol affect workouts or weight loss? Yes, it does, in different ways, and alcohol can actually make you lose weight as such, but not in a good way. It will not make you lose more body fat, it'll actually make you lose more muscle, which can reduce your overall body weight in the very short term, but in the long term you've got less muscle mass, so you'll just start putting on weight. Depends how much alcohol you drink and what you drink it with.
I'm going to give a shout out to my man Billy Marshall. Grew up with that boy.
Yep,
Good
I recognise
lad.
the name.
Yes, Billy's a good lad. He does a lot of stuff for
What
motor neuron
muscles will
disease.
swimming help? All of them, man. All of them. I would say swimming is pretty awesome because you're going to use your body in a way that you normally don't do, because your body's suspended. But for females, it's great source of exercise, but you really want to be have it as a complement to your training, because it's a non-weight bearing activity. It might be good for your joints, but actually you need weight bearing activities for your bones, especially females from the age, in fact from any age really. You want to increase your bone density from a young age, so because osteoporosis will start to affect most of you.
Right, we're going to call it a day now because it's getting pretty damn cold.
Have a hairy day apparently.
Have a hairy day.
Have a hairy day, we'll leave it there.
Thanks guys.